right here. What's good, Cano?
Hey, what's going on, Pops? You can't be killing my prospects like that, man.
Listen, man, I know, but to me, and my son tells me all the time not to jump the gun. But it's just I think the way pro box is going about them and hyping them up, and then you put in your mind an expectation for them because of the way they're hyping them up. I didn't see that from either one. The big one is the better one. He's got the more power. His movement is great. I think out of the two, I think he's the better fighter out of the two.
Kano, talk to him, man. Educate him and even myself a little bit more on the Valle brothers.
Yeah.
Well, Dominique is the younger brother. He fights at 126, man. He's actually a very, very good boxer, man. Like his boxing skills are high level, you know. Now I get what you're saying about, you know, the opponents and stuff like that. I mean, he's got like 5 or 6 fights, so you gotta
right.
Nobody's fighting killers at very few fighters.
Right, but if you ask me who's got the better boxing skills, the slicker fighter is going to be the younger brother at 126, Dominique. Now, Marques Valle, the reason I say that I can see him beating Xander Zayas is because Marques is even though he's a boxer puncher, he's an educated boxer puncher. Like he doesn't go reckless or nothing like that. He's gonna work behind that jab and then break the opponents down little by little. He does hit hard, but whereas Xander, and I love Xander Zayas. I love Xander Zayas, man. Like I think he's gifted as well, but every time I see Xander fight, I see holes that I don't like. Like
which hole specifically do you see in Xander?
His defensive responsibilities are not where they need to be, man. And you go in there with somebody like a Marques Valle and you take one of them heavy right hands, it's not gonna last. I mean, I've seen Marques knock people down with a jab in the amateurs. With a jab.
Wow. That's the older one, right? The older one?
Yes, he fights.
That's the one you just watched fight.
Yeah, that's the one I could say I've seen a lot. Very patient fighter, doesn't rush his shots, but when he gets you, he's gonna hurt you. But you know what I mean? So I guess they're the best two Puerto Rican fighters from Orlando that came out of Orlando or Tampa. Where they're picking them from?
They're from Tampa, man. And I'm not saying he would beat Xander, just to clear that up, Cortijo. Yeah. I'm not saying he would. I'm saying I can see it unfolding.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can see it unfolding. Like if somebody was to have a great percentage of a chance to do it,
right?
He has that kind of a percentage.
Okay.
But for the reasons that I stated, man. And like I said, I love Xander Zayas. I believe he's going to be a world champion. I do. But
so will you say, hypothetically, if the older fighter right now, I forgot his name, Marcus, when you're talking about, actually was at the same level or fought as many fights as Xander Zayas, would you say he would be better than Xander Zayas at this time if he was at the same level?
I believe so, for the simple reason that from fight 1 through 7, he's got 7 fights. I've seen improvement in all 7 fights. Okay. And when I see somebody gradually keep honing their skills and getting better, that's a great sign.
Yeah. He seems like very calm. Like when I watched Marcus fight a couple of times, the best thing I seen about him is his composure. He seems like really composed when he's setting up his shots. He's not rushing. He's very methodical with how he breaks guys down.
And have you ever been around him? That's a big guy, man.
Yo, I've seen him. I seen him when he fought. I think it was February. I think he fought February on Pro Box.
He's like 6'1", man. Like he's tall and long, man. Like That's and people misinterpret that stuff, man. That's why I don't really like talking about it when I mention Xander. But I'm like, look, if hypothetically they was matched up together, he's got the best chance because of the attributes that he has. Doesn't mean he's gonna beat him, because in order for you to beat him, you got to get in the ring with each other. That's the only way we really know.
You got to sign the contract.
Yeah, and like you say, Marcus cracks. That's what you're basically saying. When he gets his shots up, he can crack.
He can crack. And, man, if they was to face each other down the road, I think Xander would have to have fixed some of them defensive issues, which I'm hoping he does. I'm hoping he does. I don't wish any of our fighters any ill will or nothing like that. I hope he does fix that.
Yeah.
If he goes into the game that he has right now, he's gonna get cracked by it, bro.
Yeah. But he's like you say, he's a lot bigger too. So I think he's a lot taller wise. I'm talking about, and stronger wise. So it could happen. You're right what you're saying.
I mean, in a perfect world, man, I've said this before, man. I say, look, man, when it comes to these Puerto Rican fighters, man, you got to pick one at the end of the day if they was to face each other. But in a perfect world, I wouldn't want to see them face each other unless it's for undisputed.
Yeah.
Hey, Connor, I want to ask another question that me and my
you feel a question. Go ahead.
No, I gotta ask him. I gotta ask him this because you, my son and I always talk about. He said Puerto Ricans don't throw. They don't go to the.
I don't know if you agree with Cano, but like it seems like a lot of Puerto Rican fighters, especially from the island, they don't feint a lot. I get frustrated watching a lot of the Puerto Rican fighters because whenever they move and they commit to shots, it's normally like there's not really much where they just commit and they throw their punches, but there's no feints. There's not a lot of probes with the jab. What do you think? Do you think is there any realness to what I'm saying?
You're the professor, man.
I hate to say it, but yeah, you know what, man? I'm gonna tell you what's funny about it. When I'm watching them fight, man, I'm actually a frustrated individual watching the fight.
Me too.
Yeah.
Because of them reasons like that. I'm like, you know, you ever get yourself when you're watching somebody you know fight, and you're like, damn it, why ain't you doing this? Damn it, why ain't you doing that? Why you?
What's funny is what's funny about the whole thing is that Top Rank had Xander Zayas give a version or a tutorial on how to.
They had a video on Instagram. Xander Zayas how to throw a Puerto Rican left hook, and I was watching it. I'm like, it's just a left hook. Yeah, like, why gotta be a Puerto Rican? It's just a left hook.
Listen, man. But then again, I'm one of those people, man, that don't believe in European style, Mexican style. I believe you're either a boxer, puncher, or a puncher. That's your three. That's your three styles right there.
Yeah.
That's just how I look at it, man. You know, you might, you know, move a little bit different because of where you're from and all that. But at the end of the day, you either a boxer, puncher, or a puncher. Those are your three styles.
That's it, or pressure fighter.
That's my son tells me all the time. You can't just say the fighter's from New York or he's from here or he's from there, and you think they're the tough, and they get in there and they.
Because I often tell him, Connor, I'm like, he always says, well, this guy's from here. I'm like, what does that mean? That don't mean anything.
I mean, check the last fight with Montana Love. So I was like, it was his hometown in Cleveland. I thought, do good. That's what maybe they didn't do shit. You know what I'm saying? Last question to you is gonna be Nova. How's Nova doing?
He's doing good, man. He's actually fighting in January, man. Watch the mascot. The mascot's gonna have my championship belt around his waist.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Get that support.
Abraham Supernova found a way to snatch it out of my home, so he got it. He's gonna give it to the mascot to wear, man.
He stole the belt.
That's it.
He stole my belt, man. But it's all good. I know it's in good hands and stuff like that, man. Now that you're out talking about pro box, I don't.